بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. If you can all read the Sharif together. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. قال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وقضى ربك ألا تعبدوا إلا إياه وبالوالدين إحسانا إما يبلغن عندك الكبر أحدهما أو كلاهما فلا تقل لهما أف ولا تنهرهما وقل لهما قولا كريما. صدق الله العظيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Usually a few days before Jum'ah, when I sit down and think which topic am I going to talk about, it takes me a bit of a while to think what will I speak about. But whenever I know that there are going to be holidays, there are kids who are going to be coming to the masjid, I have no hesitation. We speak about parents. You ready, sir? We are going to be speaking about parents. And the reason why we have to speak about parents is because no matter how much we speak about parents, we will never be able to do the topic justice. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with parents. Saif is thinking in his head right now, blessed us, of course, blessed us. He keeps on telling me what to do. She keeps on telling me what to do. What kind of a blessing is that? Well, if you want to really know what kind of a blessing it is to have parents, ask those whose parents are no longer in the dunya. Ask those people who they would give up everything that they have today just for 1 hour with their parents. Forget a full day. Just for 1 hour with their parents, they would give up everything. And because of that, we have to realize how important it is that we respect our parents. And first of all, whatever I say is for myself. For myself first. Because everything I'm going to say, I have to act upon it first. And this is very important. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in the Quran, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He commands us that do not worship anybody but Allah. First thing. And after worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. And treat your parents with kindness. This is also a command. It's a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is wajib for a person to respect his parents and to treat them with kindness. A person who doesn't treat his parents with kindness, for him, he has lost everything. He has lost everything. And not only that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He continues the ayah. إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِنْدَكَ الْكِبَرَ. If any one of them, or both of them, they reach an age, أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ. Do not even say uff to them. Do not even say uff. You know, sometimes a person, he is trying his hardest. A child, he'll try his hardest not to disrespect his parents. And when his parents say something to him, he'll take a long sigh as well. He's controlling himself not to be able to say something. This is the least that a person can do. It has been mentioned that the commentators of the Quran, they mentioned that if there was something even less than uff, then they would have put that in the Quran as well. That do not even try that. You know, whenever you get a little bit angry, don't even. We have no right to get angry at our parents. You know, so much so that even if our parents are saying something to us which is completely wrong, if our parents are telling us to do something which we shouldn't be doing, you know, of course, if it is against Sharia, then definitely we should not do it. But then it goes on to say that we should not say anything back to them. Do not try and get on their level. That they have told us to do something, don't say, oh, I'm going to show him, just watch, I'm going to do that. That we shouldn't even go that far. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has, you know, if we look at the pain that a mother goes through when she is having her child. The hadith, you know, a man, he came to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam and he asked, he said, Ya Rasulullah, my mother, she is ill, she is not well, and I have brought her to perform Hajj. And I have done all of Hajj, I have carried her on my back. And we went through all of the different arkan, and we have completed the Hajj. Have I repaid my mother for what she have done? Have I repaid what my mother done for me? On, you know, for all this time, everything, have I repaid everything that my mother has done for me? Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam mentioned that you have not even repaid her for one night. Not even one night. That this is the importance that a mother has in the life of a child. When Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam was asked that who should I be good to, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he said, your mother. And the second time he was asked again, he said, your mother. And the third time he was asked again, your mother. And the fourth time, your father. Al-Jannatu tahta aqdamil ummahat. That Jannah lies under the feet of your mother. We should, each and every one of us, you know, we have our mothers, those who still have their mothers, we should be running to them and going under their feet. Let me go under your feet so I can enter into Jannah. And yes, don't worry, I am coming to you. Dr. Abdul Salam said, what about me? I am the door. He is the door, yes. The father is the door to Jannah. The father is the door to Jannah. It has been mentioned about Hazrat Abdullah ibn Zubayr radiallahu ta'ala an, that when his father passed away, he cried so much. He cried so much. When asked, why are you crying? He said, yes, I am sad that my father has passed away. But I'm even more sad that one of the easiest ways for me to enter into Jannah has gone from me now. That a person who is able to treat his parents with respect, for him, it's like a guarantee that he will get Jannah. It is like a guarantee, just because of treating his parents with respect. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions, وَقُلْ لَهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا. That speak with them in the nicest tone possible. Speak with them softly. That whenever they say anything to you, tell you to get up and do something, go and do this, go and do that, oh, I'll do it later. Instead of that, yes, straight away go and do it. You know, to understand how to speak softly. We take the example of a child, a baby. When somebody has a baby in front of them, how are they going to speak with that baby? Come here, you. Is that how you're going to speak to the baby? Oh, come here, you little coochie, come here. Come, let me play with your chubby cheeks. The real person, he speaks in the nicest way possible when it's a baby in front. But when it's the parents, oh, dad, give me this, I want that. No, this is, I'm not saying that when you speak to your dad, don't call me coochie, dad, come here, let me play with your cheeks. That's not what you have to do. But you speak with him in the nicest way possible. Are you listening, Abdurrahim? Yes. That when you speak to your dad, you speak in the best way possible. That your dad, he is doing so many things for you. You might think, oh, dad, he doesn't do anything for me. What has he done for me? Whenever I ask him for something, he doesn't get it. But what about the clothes that you have on you? the roof over your head. Your dad goes out every day to work, and because of that you have everything that you want today. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with so much, and the blessings of our parents we will never be able to fully understand until they are gone. Until you do not have your parents in the dunya, then a person, he came from Yemen. A person came from Yemen and he went to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and he said, Ya Rasulullah, I am here. I am here at your service, I am ready for jihad, and I have left my parents and they were crying. They were so sad to see me. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, I want you to go back, and the way that you made them cry, go and make them laugh. The way that you made them cry, go and make them laugh. That you, while your parents are alive, you have to ask for their permission before coming to me. You have to ask for their permission before coming to me. Ask from your parents first, that can I go or not. This is how much Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam put to the top. And not only that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions again in the Quran, Anishkur li wa liwalidayk, that be grateful to me and be grateful to your parents as well. That your parents have given you everything that you have today. Because of your parents' du'as, you have what you have today. No, in today's day and age, especially in our younger generation, we use a phrase which it doesn't make any sense. Now the child, he will say that, it's a different society now. Mom and dad don't understand. Times have changed. Times have changed. You don't understand what I'm trying to do. The way that we have to look at it is, there is no parent in the world who wants bad for their child. No parent in the world wants bad for their child. Each and every parent wants their child to be successful. They want the best for them. They want their child to go into Jannah. And this is what will happen. That the person, because of a child being good, because of a child doing exactly as his parents command, he will be acting upon the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and because of that his parents will be happy, and because of that Allah will be happy. And when Allah is happy with a person, where is he going to go? Into Jannah. That the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in the pleasure of the father, and the displeasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in the displeasure of the father. If your father, if your dad is not happy with you, that means Allah is not happy with you. If your mom is not happy with you, Allah is not happy with you. Are you listening for him? Very important that you need to listen to your dad. Whatever your dad says, you have to do it. No matter what happens. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded. You're lucky at the back, I don't know your names, otherwise I'd be saying to you as well. I'd be saying to you as well. Are you listening? Yes, very important. What do you have to do? Listen to who? Who do you have to listen to? Mother and father, yes, both of them. Yes. No matter who they are, we have to listen to them. This is the command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then when you listen to your parents, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you anything that you want. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised us. When a person, he speaks with respect to his parents, especially when they get to an old age. What happens when parents get to an old age? They find it more difficult to do things. They find it much more difficult. And because of them finding it difficult, because of the weakness inside us, we get impatient. And how many times have I told you that this is what you have to do and this is what you have to do? But because of us, when we look at ourselves from a young age, when we were children, when we were younger, that our parents, they used to do everything for us. And they would never ask any questions. No matter how many times, they would continue to do it again and again and again. And this is the same that we have to do. We have to have patience. That when our parents at an old age, if they, sometimes the parents, they forget things. And they'll ask the question again and again. And sometimes they'll give the answer, how many times do I have to tell you? This is what's right, this is what I've told you. That this is where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, that speak in the best way possible. Speak to them with respect. In our English language, it is very rubbish language. Such a rubbish language that there is no respectful way of saying you. That in Urdu we have aap. You can say it in the nicest way possible. What do we say in Arabic if we want to speak, call them out with respect? Do we have anything? Or do we just say anta? Nothing. But in English, it's just you. I know of a brother who he speaks very highly of his parents. Whenever he wants to speak about his parents, he says they. That he speaks they. That I ask, how is your dad? He says they are fine. Maybe because of just using this small they, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will see that this person is looking for ways to respect his parents. He's looking for a way to respect his parents. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala might see, because of this one action of his, He might just forgive him. And these are the things that we have to look for. We have to turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in which way do we turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? By following this command of Allah that we respect our parents. If a person respects his parents, he will get everything in the dunya and the akhirah. And disrespecting his parents, it is such that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will even punish him in this dunya. Not only in the akhirah, but in the dunya as well. Now I've heard stories of sons not speaking to their parents for 2-3 years. Astaghfirullah. 2-3 years because of some little thing. That what gives us the right to even be like that with our parents? These are the same parents who have brought us up and made us into the people that we are today. And when they need us most, when they are at an old age, we leave them. How many stories do we hear of parents being put into care homes? How many stories do we hear? This is the worst thing that a person can do. This is the time when a person should be with his mother and his father to help them out in the best way possible. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned that a person who treats his mother and father with respect, not only that, but he looks at them with love and affection. It's a hadith. A person who looks at his mother and father with love and affection, every time he looks at them, he gets the reward of an accepted Hajj. The Sahaba radiallahu anhum, they were sitting around. They asked, Ya Rasulullah, what if a person, he looks at his mother and father 100 times a day with love and affection? Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned that for that person, even he will get 100 accepted Hajj. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's treasures, they are never going to end. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give and give and give. It is for us to take. Do we want to take from the treasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? I make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He gives us the tawfiq to try and respect our parents as much as possible. For those whose parents are living, those whose parents have passed away, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant them Jannatul Firdaus. There is in the hadith, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, a person came to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and asked that my parents have passed away, do I still have any rights upon them? He said, yes, you do have rights upon them. For those whose parents have passed away, you should make dua for them. Make dua for them. Another thing which you should do for your parents that have passed away is those friends of your parents. Keep a good relationship with them as well. Keep a good relationship with the friends of your parents. This is also, and another thing is that having a family, having the family, it is a sunnah of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam as well. Many of us, we never think that, I have my family life, I have my kids and my wife. Just having them every second of your life, you are getting the reward of acting upon a sunnah because you have a family. But this is how much Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to give us. That you're getting rewarded every single second just for something that you think is normal. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq to act upon everything that has been said. Ameen wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Just wait for the adhan to be called.